Hi guys. I got this going. Anyway, I got my lighting right too. So let's talk. Anyway, welcome to MS Frontiers, the Dulci live video MS talk. Anyway, I just I was working with Damien to get this interview going, and you cannot believe the lessons I took on just 1 minute here. You can't believe the lessons I took on how to do this, how to do a intensive interview and have it captured. It's 5 different programs. Anyway, and then when I finally let him know today that, all right, we're going live, he had a conflict. So anyway, we're going to practice it a little bit later today. Now, today I want to talk a little bit about dealing with this COVID virus and getting out, just enjoying the sunshine. So much of what we discovered with MS and vitamin D3 is that D3, vitamin D, reduces the inflammation we have in our bodies. So that's why they say take a supplement, but also if you go outside for 20 minutes a day, they say sit in the sun without sunscreen and absorb that vitamin D3, because then you get it naturally. That's supposed to be really, really good. Now, what I've been doing every day is every day I've been making myself walk. And I know I talked to a number of you about how I'm doing that. And I'm using the hip flexor assisted device there. And this straps, let me see, that straps around your waist, okay? Around your waist. And that goes over your leg, your lazy leg, right? So it's got bungees. This goes behind your knee, and then this is supposed to go on your shoelaces. But I do a little dog collar there, so I can wrap that around my shoe. So when you go forward, this goes behind your knee, and it helps get that spastic knee to bend. It helps that. So when you step forward, the bungees bring that hip flexor up. All right, it brings that up. This cuts your knee, right, so that it'll bend, and that for your toe drop, right, it'll pull your toe up so you don't trip over your toe. It's the only way I can walk around the block, and that is using this. And I do that. I've been doing it every day. Some days, I've discovered that when I walk with a friend or something, I spend so much time worrying about walking the pace of my friend that I get in trouble. So when I'm alone, if I'm listening to a book on tape and I'm breathing right, I'm using that hip flexor assisted device, and I'm concentrating on bending my knee, allowing it to bend there, and just being able to sit down and relax. Just every goodness, I had to do it 3 times around the mile, because it's a mile walk. It's all hills, hills and valleys. I think going down and up Maryland is just tough. I'm a Jersey girl, so I'm used to it flat. I like to ride a bicycle flat. Even my bike, where it's an electric engine there that you can plug in, and when it starts failing, I can start revving it up and going up and down hills or up hills, and then coasting down it. So I'm not getting as much enjoyment out of it. It's like if I go down to the Jersey Shore, it's all flat, or if I go to where I was raised, it's all flat. So I can easily bike uh, a lot better using my legs. Um, that is Liberty Trike. If any of you are interested in a trike, electric trike, there, it was expensive, but it was worth it there. Good morning, Jane. Good morning, Sherry. Just nice to see you. Anyway, I talked to Sherry on the phone, and it was a blessing. It was just so wonderful there, and she was sharing a little bit about about who she is and stuff, and that was really nice. And Jane, I've known you through our Facebook groups for a long time. Anyway, all right, let's see. What I wanted to talk, let's see, we did, give me a topic. Somebody throw a topic towards me. Something to talk about, because these live chats there, I enjoy interviewing somebody, but I'm just not in the mood to talk about myself. Um, but I will. I've got funny stories. I've got funny. All right, it's been 3 weeks now since I cracked my rib, and yesterday painted. I've been working on painting the wall that I smashed through. Hi, Cheryl. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's my bud. It's my bud. My buddy Cheryl Watkins. Oh, I love you. Anyway, well, I painted the wall that I crashed through there. Got paint on my jeans because I like to ruin a new outfit every time I paint. So I did that. I painted yesterday, and the great thing is that it's been 3 weeks since I cracked that rib, and I can now cough without dying. Sneezing hurts there. Or Cheryl, medical marijuana. I like that. The medical marijuana for pain, um, and CBD oil for pain. There's two different things. Medical marijuana has the THC in it. Now, the pain that it's really good for limiting is the spasticity. Medical marijuana has been proven to kind of defrost you, work like baclofen, work with spasticity. So it depends on the type of pain you're trying to treat. Uh, all right, headaches, migraines, it's been shown to do wonders for. Um, Also, the MS hug, the muscle spasms, the really tightness there. Sometimes that can make it relax there. CBD oil has no THC, very little THC, so it doesn't have the psychotropic effect. It doesn't get you high. That has been seen to help with different types of pain as well, MS pain. I can't say, I know on MS Frontiers we tried that. Let's see, Steve, no, Jeff tried that. Number of us, we had it was non-scientific group, and this was about 5 years ago, and we spent copious amounts of money to get the CBD oil, and we tried it. We tried rubbing it on our skin. We tried eating it. We tried everything to deal with the type of pain we have. I have systemic pain, and I can tell you that the medical marijuana does not work with systemic achy joint pain, that awful interferon side effect pain. Even though I'm not on interferon, I feel that. So the medical marijuana doesn't work for that. It does work for the acute pain caused by which is the most common with MS. So that it works like that there. I go to a pain clinic, so medical marijuana can't be in my system anyway. But it's easy if you want to get medical marijuana. Most states are allowing it, I hear. So what you can do is just Google, look up on your computer medical marijuana card. Most of these places, these dispensaries, they have a nurse or a doctor on staff that you can go to, and I think you apply. It's like a $50 application, and you get the license in the mail, and then you have to have them sign off on it. But pretty easy. I recommend, if a lot of people don't sleep very well with MS, especially advancing MS. It hurts when your body hurts or you can't move or anything. In the medical marijuana, you can get a strain that helps relax you, helps you sleep. So that'll help with spasticity also. Um, you know what, Cheryl? I just don't know enough about the different strands to tell you what makes you sleepy. There's a number of different strands with the medical marijuana. One has a higher, one is Inca, and the other is stevia. That's right. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I know this. And stevia is what it is. And one kind of peps you up, makes you more awake. The other one relaxes you. I don't think it's the THC. The THC is what makes you high. Um, Chris, it's wonderful. You said you tried the CBD and marijuana had zero effect with MS symptoms. You know what? I had the same marijuana. I had the same exact thing. I tried the marijuana. I tried that, and to me, it accentuated my dreariness. I was more focused on the pain I was having. Um, I did reap the benefits of not being as rigid, not as tense, which is that they say it worked for the rigidity. So that's good there. So Cheryl, the THC makes you high, and and that's the problem. Nowadays, the THC is so much stronger than it used to be. Back when I was in high school, we were doing that. It was amazing how much you can smoke and still be fine. Nowadays, if you take one hit off of a marijuana cigarette, you, in fact, I've discovered that one hit or one drag will interfere with my ability to walk without being dizzy. And I'm dizzy anyway, but all of this, it's impossible. It's like drinking a lot of alcohol. It's not good for me there. But again, these dispensaries, they know the formulas there, and perhaps I didn't have the right formula there. So, all right, Sherry, does vitamin D help with remyelination? That's a very good question. One, I just, I like to be able no, I'd have to get back on you. I know that I knew when I do. When I really research it's top of the mind awareness, and so there's recent studies that have to be looked at there. The remyelination they've seen isn't really associated with vitamin D as much as it's with NAC, acetylcarnitine. They're showing that that's cognitive function, and it's helping with remyelination. You know what? That's a whole new science that they're doing. There used to be a remyelin research website that you could go to, and they would give you updates on the where they were at. That disbanded about 2 years ago. So I'll have to bone up on that, and we'll talk about that next time. Um, I'm not prepared to talk about remyelination there. Uh, okay. You know what, Chris? I will tell you about baclofen. That sleepiness is something that you get adjusted to. I used to refuse to take baclofen because it made me sleepy. And I was going to physical therapy, and the physical therapist at one point said to me, I will not work with you unless you take the baclofen, because I was so rigid. So I started taking 20 milligrams before I went and saw him. And it would allow me to do that. And I was seeing him so often that I just kept taking it every time I saw him. Then I increased it to twice a day, and believe it or not, I went from this is over the course of a year, from 20 milligrams to 4 times 3 is 120. I actually went up to 120 milligrams, 40 milligrams 3 times a day, and my neurologist got a little upset with me because that's more. Wasn't sleepy at all. Wasn't sleepy at all. So what I wanted to tell you is that when they said back off on it, so now I'm taking 20 milligrams 3 times a day. So I'm at 60 there, and 80 they say is the top you can go there. So sometimes in the afternoon I'll take 2 right before I go for my long walk. But it does not. You get so used to it. It doesn't cause any sleepiness. You just have to work your way up to that. Let me see. Josiane. Anyway, it's really good. Now, in fact, with this COVID 19 stuff, they're telling us to take vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc. If we take all of those things, and selenium is another thing. We take them, that will help our immune system resist getting these infections there. Let's see. Well, you guys are just doing such a good job answering each other and stuff on this live chat. I really, really appreciate that there. Let's see, Jane, half a 5 milligram gummy. Is that CBD oil, Gene, or 5 milligram? Is that marijuana? Is that? Oh, it's a CBD blend. Okay. Yeah. I'll tell you, I take I want to talk about melatonin real fast. One of the interesting things about melatonin is that I read a study. Typically, you go to the drugstore and they have 5 milligrams or 10 milligrams. The study that I read is that they had different groups of people, and they gave them different amounts of melatonin. If anybody who took 5 milligrams didn't sleep, 10 milligrams, they had problems sleeping. But the people who had slept were the ones that took, it was 0.05 milligrams or 0.5. So what happens is that if you can, in fact, if you can Google that study, you'll see that we're ODing on melatonin. I don't know why they think taking more is better. it's just taking a little bit will allow your circadian rhythms to continue. It allows your brain to understand that it's getting dark, it's time to sleep. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Ugh, I'm cold. Anyway, how many people are having problems with the spring temperature? It's either cold or it's too warm, or it's just getting used to it is really difficult, especially. And I've discovered the thermogenic receptors that we have. The ability to warm ourselves up or cool ourselves down. The longer you have MS, the more that kind of gets faulty there. And I think about that. This past winter, I could not warm myself up, so I had to constantly put on warm blankets, or especially my feet. My feet. I have a heating plate that I put my feet on, and that seems to help. If I put on shoes, inside the shoes there, sometimes that I will ice the shoe. So I've got to take my shoes off to feel my feet to warm them up there. It's ice cold there. And lately it's my legs. Going to bed, it'll be cool at night, and I'll have to put some hot water on in the shower, get on the shower, and just kind of heat up my legs, because my legs get so cold there. And then in the same light, in the summertime, it is impossible to cool down. Sitting, if it's really warm and you're sitting in the shade, it and you get too warm. I have a rough time. I can't cool myself down. I don't even know I'm hot, and all of a sudden I'm in trouble. So it's good to have the pool, have water by you. The MS Association has they have a cooling kit that you can apply for there. Yeah, my feet are always cold at night, and sometimes, and you ever notice that when your feet are really cold, it's hard to sleep. It's just you can't sleep until they warm up there. So sometimes I have to, before I go to bed, set the alarm, and realize I've got to warm up my lower body before I can go to bed there. Yeah, cooling off is, what, Sherry, it's, yeah, I just don't know. Something about, yeah, the heat, when you're hot, if you can have a thing of cold water. I always have, I go by the pool. If I've got a cup of cold water, if I just pour it over my head, it can instantly cool me. If I'm sitting in my backyard, they'll have the hose, right? And pouring the hose over you. That you gotta be able to cool yourself down. Remember the chamois? If I think Home Depot has them, you can get them from Amazon. I will get a chamois, and I'll keep getting it wet, and then I'll put it over my shoulders or over, and that keeps me cool. That is so much better than the cooling vest. It's keeping that wet chamois there. Yeah, that I can't get warm. It takes me longer to get warm. Yeah, it's because I can't pour a cup of warm water over my feet and have it warm up. They've got to stay in the warm water in order to get some blood going on that. Uh, let's see. So I'm sorry. This is painful for me. I'm just not that alert there right now. I'm not feeling real comfortable. And it's 50 degrees. That's why I'm wearing a turtleneck. It's 50 freeze out there. Well, it's supposed to be a high. Here, I want to show you guys. See this here? That was my front porch when I lived in Rio Valley, California. I didn't own that house. We rented that house. It was Air Force Base stuff. And it was so warm. We moved there from Seattle. So where it rained for 3 years, and I didn't believe the sun could stay out. So I was, talk about warming up. I warmed up myself to skin cancer, to getting that off, because I didn't believe it would be out there. In fact, yeah, it's crazy. What kind of booties do you wear on your feet, Cheryl? What kind of booties? Are they the kind with let's see, there's booties with like rice in it, or there's some sort of beads that you can microwave and have your husband or your wife microwave them and then come back and put them on your feet there. My problem is if I put something warm on my feet and I go to sleep there, then I wake up and it's like panic. It's too hot. So it's always something there. It's always something. But anyway, let me see. What else? All right, what else? We're talking about, I'm so sorry because I was going to interview. What is that, Sheridan? You vape and flower for your MS every day? Satvia during the day. Yes, that's what I see. You guys are experts on this. Sheridan knows this, right? It's Satvia picks you up in Inca or whatever, slows you down. Both of them make me ache, but yes. I wanted to know. Here, let me throw something at you. How many people are wearing masks going out? Big thing in our local, let's say, our community site. There was some woman who was so angry that people in the parking lot were walking around at the grocery store without wearing a mask. She was unnerved. And I was a little unnerved with her, thinking, you know what? I'm high risk because of the Rituxan. I should wear a mask if I'm around people. Whenever I flew, remember I did that video? Whenever I flew on an airplane, I wear a mask and gloves. And that's to protect me from the air that's being recycled. That really, it's the only way I don't get sick when I fly. So in the same light, if I wear the mask and I wear the gloves and I go out there and I protect myself, and when I'm done touching everything with the mask and the gloves, I take it off and I put it in the washing machine there, and I use hand sanitizer after I take off the gloves there. So I'm hyper aware. Let's see. No, I use cotton gloves. I do not wear the hospital, the latex gloves there. And remember, I did a video where I've got the little air mask and it comes in with different filters there, but I still throw it in the washing machine there. Yeah, well, you know what, Chris? I had the Rituxan, and Johns Hopkins called me and said to consider myself as high risk there, and I had the Rituxan a week before. Let's see, a week and a half before they isolated all of us there. And I'll tell you what, and I think I told you I was walking down the end of the street without a mask, without gloves there, and I turned my walker sideways and I fell backwards into the woods. In my head, I had leaves on my hair, and I'm laying there, and I'm thinking, how am I gonna upright myself there? And somebody drove by in their car, and they looked over at me, and they looked straight, and they kept going because they were so afraid I was going to infect them. I'm high risk. I need help. It was a food delivery person, a 20-year-old girl stopped, and she came out and helped me up and gave me a hug. And I'll tell you what, when people's fear causes them to lose their humanity. I'll tell you, our safety and our willingness to not get the disease, and the masks and the gloves are so important. Until we're laying on the ground, we need help. Help us, help us. Anyway, you know what? And that's it. My doc said even a bandana is good. Yeah, don't touch your face. This here is no different than how we react when we're around people who are sick. They have, think about people who have the flu and all. You're just like, I don't want that. So, and you don't want to go in their house, and if they hug you, you turn your head away, or just. But remember, God gave us skin, and our danger sites are our eyes and our nose and our mouth. And that's one of the things. If we have the mask over our mouth and our nose there, if people have this COVID and they're sneezing and you're within 6 feet there and it gets in your eyes, guess what? You have a problem. So just respectfully stand back. But again, God gave us common sense, and we're not little kids. We know how to wash our hands. We don't need the government to tell us how to protect ourselves. We know how to do that there. So let's not live in fear, because what is it? Cowards die 1,000 deaths, and we are not cowards. We have MS. We have this disease. If you have MS, you are a strong person there, and we've got bigger things to fear than gosh, this coronavirus. We can do it. We'll just be like grown-ups. We won't get it. We'll make up our mind to take precautions. Stay at home if you can't trust yourself not to touch your face or your eyes or stuff like that. But I just think it's great here. Let's see. Now, Copaxone does not suppress the immune system. Copaxone is a decoy. So your white blood cells are supposed to look at Copaxone. They don't exactly know how it works, but your white blood cells are supposed to attack Copaxone instead of the myelin. So it doesn't suppress your immune system. Ocrevus, rituximab, Navantrone, Solumedrol, that kind of thing suppresses your immune system. Let's see. Let me see. So it suppresses your immune system, and also if you are on blood pressure medication, if you're diabetic, there's a lot of different risk factors. Now they're saying if you're over 50, But I think if you have any sort of the propensity to get bronchitis, I think if you get bronchitis or strep throat or stuff like that, you'd have a higher risk. If you have asthma, you're at higher risk. There's different things that you can that would put you at higher risk there. So just be careful and remember our eyes are a source of getting it there. So just because we're out, we're looking at somebody and they're sneezing there, or they're coughing, or they're talking, we may have a mask on. We may have a mask, but our eyeballs were still able to get to be able to get that there. All right. Well, this is going well there. I can't wait. Anybody ever want to be interviewed on this? There help split screen. Shoot, we can all. Maybe I'll bring you on, and then we can all have our a video, and we all can video chat, and that'd be fun. We'll call it the MS Live Chat Video Chat Gallery. But anyway, all right, you guys are all talking about Jane, you're awesome. You're sewing a few masks. My neighbor sewed me a mask. I have this other mask. I have not worn a mask since I've been on an airplane before my mom moved up. I guess about 6 months ago. Not even, maybe 3 months ago. I have not worn a mask this whole time. But then again, I haven't gone to the grocery store. I haven't gone out. I have gone out, but out in my yard or out going for a walk around the block or that kind of thing. But yeah, Zoom chat. I can bring in Zoom chat into Face or YouTube and through my one of my programs, and then we all can do that. But yeah, if you guys are interested in doing that there, what I'd like you to do is email me that you're in, and we'll set it up. It'll be fun. It'll be so much fun there. See how many people we can get. Little, and it'll be up in the right. It'll be on the left. It'll be all over little boxes, and that would be fun. Oh my gosh! And we would be the MS channel. So yeah, and because I'm just a face here, you guys at live chat are more important than anything I'm saying. So anyway, it looks like the Brady one. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That would be fun. I think I'm going to figure out how to do that. I'll bring in the Zoom thing. I have Skype. If anybody's got Skype, that's what I've really been working with, bringing in, because I have already got that format set up with YouTube there, that there can be more and more people can be brought in onto a Skype call. Oh, you guys are awesome. All right. I'll figure it out. Sherry, you know what? Listen, what I want you to do is take down my email, dulcijean@gmail.com. DULCIJEAN@gmail.com. And let me know if you are going to you're interested in being a part of this live video chat there, and I will work hard to set it up there, and I'll go back and forth, and we'll make it happen. I probably, yeah, you got to give me time because I've got this MS head there, but I like a challenge. This will happen. I'll make this happen for us because, it's, I'm not a superstar with MS. We are all superstars because we have MS. So, what can be better than one person sharing about MS? Everybody sharing about MS. So we'll come up with a cue. When each person talks, like we'll go one. We'll say, all right, the person with one talks first, right? And we'll set up a time. I don't know. We'll have fun with that. And then we'll have two. So when one's done talking, number two. Ooh, I almost put the wrong finger up there. And that'll be fun. Yeah, Jane, that's right. I'll advertise that there. Anyway, is there anything else there? Now, I got a question for you. I've been doing this for 30 minutes. There are 30, and when I'm interviewing somebody, it's been going for an hour, right? So, how long do you guys think these should be? Uh, uh, how long? Gangsta, gangsta. I used to have gangsta kitty. Um, yeah, dead air is a taboo. You're not supposed to. Yeah, 45. I was just gonna say 4 minutes is all I got. Sometimes I got so much to say and I can talk. I can talk and talk and talk. Like what you're talking about before when you talked about when you guys talked about remyelination. I think that I have to do the research and get ready to present with my findings on that. Sometimes I'm really, really good. Not today because I had fully anticipated doing an interview with Damien, and he just text messaged me that he is not going to be available today, and that just was not. You know what? Gina, it's so funny. I have to go. I have to pee every hour there. So I did. I went right before I came here, and yeah. So I'm probably good a little bit of time there, and I have to eat often. How often? That is kind of interesting. They talk about fasting with MS and about the only time fasting can be 12 hours. So at night, uh, your last meal, ideally, if your last meal is at 6 o'clock at night, your next meal for breakfast would be 9 o'clock. That is 15-hour fast, and that is outstanding. That allows your body to rid itself of the toxins of any of the food that it has taken in. So that's kind of fast that they talk is good for you there. During the day, I have to eat like a diabetic every 2 hours there. It's if you look at a fire being your metabolism and food being pieces of wood, it's bad, especially with MS, to take a big log and throw it in once a day. It is so bad. So if you sit there and you toss twigs in, twigs meaning little meals, every hour or 2, 3 hours there, and that allows your body to rip through that. Your metabolism is at high speed, and you're getting the most of the nutrients too. Your body absorbs most of the nutrients there. So you get used to eating like that, then you can start eating, substituting frequency for good foods. but that is really good there. All right, there I got 20 seconds. So 20 seconds. And I'm thinking that I'm going to be able to do with Damien on Thursday. But I'll be here again Thursday at 11, if not with somebody I'm interviewing with you guys. Anyway, God bless you. God bless you. Please subscribe there, and we'll do this again. Love you all. And again, email me if you want to be a part of this group. We're going to set up a group video there. Anyway, love you all. Bye.